You all chose to incarnate now. It's not like, some ages take ages to go, and other ages happen in a month.
So I just want to fess up to being an example of what you were talking about earlier.
Fess up.
Fess up.
Fess Parker?
Fess Parker. When you were talking about the feminine has permission to just go into its feelings. And when you guys got going, SOTU and Natalie and Barry primarily, in a really good conversation, evidently it scared me because I came in and like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to edit all this out. You're making it more difficult for me. Cut it out. Which is something that...
princess.
Something that...
Oh, well, it's your princess.
So I, first of all, want to apologize for that.
Oh, yeah. No.
But also...
You know what this is called? Oversensitivity.
Right. Also,
this is the other end of that.
Just to say, look, I did that. I just had the feeling and just jumped right in instead of like...
Well, wasn't that what we were talking about?
Exactly.
It's your emotion.
Those feelings are often driven by fear. Right?
Yeah. It was something John and I talked about because John has helped me with some of the editing. So is it, what point is it pragmatic and what point is it fear?
Oh, it's fear when you feel it.
Wait, I have something to say. SOTU, you're always talking about being practical. And that's what I was just about to say right before Adrienne said that. Isn't that just, I don't know that it's fear driven. Is it just like she's trying to be practical?
Well, but the thing is that it's driven by fear.
Well, then you could say everything is driven by fear.
No, that's not true. Some things are driven by love.
That are practical?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In the dynamics of a love situation, you create a life with someone else. You create a dynamic of safety for each other. You create a dynamic that, it's all about that.
I don't observe that that's happening much in our world today. And let's just say that.
Well, the channel of nature and her throwbacks, Bob, John,
Can I say something? I think
Barry,
SOTU.
You and Pornier are the spring chickens. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
You say that you blame a lot of it on fear, but I think there's even two deeper situations, and that is shame and blame that have really bring a lot of this into account as far as feelings and emotions, more so than even fear. I think that shame and blame are more to...
Well, we would say to you that if you actually look down at the bottom of both shame and blame, you will find fear.
Energies. And, well, they help add to that fear, I believe.
Well, yeah, isn't that the thing? It's either 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah.
In that sort of dynamic. What does Barry say?
Love exists. Barry, Barry.
Love is a duality. Love cannot exist without fear. I'm sorry. We want love. You seek love in
that's
order
a theory.
Save yourself from fear. Protect yourself from fear. Fear is the impetus to find the love. It's a duality. It's a mess.
Why couldn't it be the reverse?
It can't be. You see, that's just the point.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It doesn't always depends on the person. If they're more fearful, they think fearful for love. They're more towards love is for fear.
Consider the dynamic of what that belief says. Everything in your world is now motivated by fear, and you have to have fear in order to be able to have love.
Or You never have love because you can never eradicate the fear.
I did say to you, or to,
Don't you know anybody in your life, in your world, who is not afraid?
Not in love. Not one.
and I think I said to either you or the channel the other day that I found that love and martyrhood were all hooked up together, because he was talking to me about getting out of martyrhood. That the love and the martyrhood were all.
No, that's a misnomer.
No, I'm not talking about motherhood. I bet that's another element.
Adrian is, but we need to clarify this dynamic, Adrian. Go back to the basics. Martyrhood, being a martyr, is a way to get love from other people, because other people will feel sorry for you for being a martyr. That's what we were speaking of the other day.
Same as if you're chronically ill. It's a cry for being
It's
loved.
a way to get attention.
Yeah.
It's a way to get love. Absolutely right.
And yet, all of us who are suffering the cultural dynamic of love sucks, we look at this and say, well, I'll love, but I will still do it with trepidation, fear, or judgment, because it's
right.
always a mess.
Or you'll do it within your own boundaries.
Well, you might call it that. You're being very politically correct.
Thank you. We are. Occasionally we try. Occasionally.